watching, they probably would have pointed it out.
Yeah,
Like
true.
I'm looking at the audio bars right now, and when you speak, they're going. So
Awesome. So, hey, what do you want? So
when do you
as you
want it?
know, what do you want? What do you want it? And how
How
much
how much of
come
it?
come bien do you want? Listen, Jennifer is leaving soon, right? She's not
Yes,
leaving today, but she's leaving. I
as
think
we've
by she will be gone. Oh no, I just hang up? I think I might have just hung up.
no, I still got you. Oh, yes, he did just hang up. So now there's two of me, and what I'm assuming is he's going to be calling back very soon, anytime soon. We've told him that he can't touch his ears during the show. That's not something he should do because otherwise I'm just sitting here looking like a
Not gonna be
goofus.
that big of a deal, but you know.
Paul
So
Goody.
Van Lawrence, so just in case you didn't cover it, what happened was you froze. I thought it was because I had just adjusted my thing, so I checked to see if it would come back and then I hung up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
all those things happen. Uh
How's it happening, Paul?
how's it happening? Keep it wrong. So yeah, Jennifer is gonna be
Jennifer's
gone.
about to leave
Um
for quite some
and
time.
so it's just gonna be me. So we're gonna go out and eat or go out to eat tonight
Did you
after the
forget to
podcast.
include your child in that? You
What do you
said
mean?
you said so it's just going to be me, and I was
Oh,
expecting and Betty.
I mean, all right. And I know this sounds crazy, but I didn't actually forget Betty. What I was doing is when I said it's just going to be me, I was speaking from her perspective, from their perspective. Da 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 da. It's speaking from their perspective that I was going to be the only adult in the house. They're an adult.
Betty's an adult,
That's yeah,
legally
yeah.
speaking.
Yes. Will be 21 in this February. Can you believe it?
Quite the adult.
Yes. Like by all intents and purposes, an adult.
By
Uh,
all intensive purposes.
I am 53 years old now. I will be 55 in 2 years, which I think I don't know. I there should get you should get a card that tells you, hey, these are the ages when you start like getting stuff.
Did you not
You
get
know?
the AARP mailing when you turned 50? I
Well,
mean,
I
it
do
didn't
get
tell
the
you,
AARP
it didn't
mailings,
tell me
but
when I should start getting stuff, but like it did offer me a nice trunk organizer.
well, I'm telling you though, yeah, just something that says, hey, on this day, you can go to Denny's. I mean, you can always go. Listen, hold on. Let me start over.
How do
I
they
can go to
gatekeep the
Denny's
Denny's in Chicago?
anytime I want, but you know what I mean. Um,
They will serve you dinner at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
why would one go to Denny's in Chicago though? I mean,
Hey, don't
then
don't start
th
shade talking on Denny's, man.
there's so much. No, I'm just saying.
Love me some moon over my hammy. Is that a Denny's dish, or am I thinking of
Moon
some
over my
other?
hammies. Yeah, moon over my. Also, the sandwich. There's a sandwich. There's a sandwich that I really like.
Does it have
Denny's
a
is
punny
good.
name?
It does. It does have one. But I forget what it's called.
I
Um,
when I was a parts driver, this was over 20 years ago. I would when I was out on the run, if I was out on the run in the morning and I wanted breakfast, I would just stop at a Denny's and just have breakfast. I wouldn't tell my supervisor. They would just think I was still out on the road. If they asked me where I was when I got home late, I'd just be like, "Yeah, there was traffic."
yeah, and I'm sure they understood.
They probably
Um,
did it themselves.
I see because here's the problem, Ben. Moon over my hammy is so good that it's blocking the other one for my
The name
what
of this sandwich that you can't think of.
is The
Today on the show,
name
Paul and Ben
of
talk about Denny's. And if you're a
Denny's
representative of Denny's and you want to sponsor the show, we are open to sponsorships, and we will talk about you every time we do the show
breakfast
for some free My Hammies.
sandwich.
For those listening, Paul is typing on his iPad
So,
because
which I'm not supposed to do. Signature break. No, no, come on.
is it a
Come
breakfast
on.
sandwich?
What are we doing here? Denny'sMenu.com. What? Denny's
Well,
Menu.
we're looking
What?
at the whole menu now.
Yeah.
There's also want to give a quick shout out to Sherry's, which was the post play hangout for my high school theater troupe. The Sherry's on Martin Way, and I want to say College. It wasn't Slater Kinney. I think it was corner of Martin Way and College.
Totally different band, I should say.
There should be a band from there probably is a garage band in Olympia, Washington called Martin Way. You want
I
to
don't think this is right.
double bill with Slater Kinney.
I don't think I'm all these look AI generated. All these pictures, Ben.
I would not be surprised.
Doesn't seem what is the name of Denny's breakfast sandwich? Fast sandwich. I should say breakfast. That's
Breathe
probably wrong.
fast.
Breakfast. What is the name? What is the funny name of
What is
Denny's breakfast?
love?
No. Baby, don't hurt me. Superbird. I know that one. Is it?
Are you sure you're thinking of a Denny's or is it?
Maybe I am thinking of mooing over my hammy, and there's just no. It's like I'm trying to remember a
See if I can.
let's see,
I'm gonna open up a window into your soul.
Masters of the Universe. Oh, that's a movie tie-in. I was like, what are we talking about? Signature breakfast. See, there's a sandwich here. Moon's Moon's
Moons
over my
over.
hammy is a sandwich.
They also have the Grand Slam burrito.
No, the moon's over my hammy is what I was thinking of.
Is it what you were
It
thinking of?
became, yeah, it became untethered in my head because I thought that it was a, yes, that is the sandwich, man. That is the
I'm
actual
I'm
sandwich.
glad we've solved that mystery. I'll be honest with you, I don't believe I've ever ordered one. My go-to breakfast is just the regular like two eggs,
Fine,
bacon, toast, hash browns.
fine. Ben, moon's over my hammy is such a good sandwich.
Next
It's
time I'm
really
in
good.
a next time I'm in a Denny's, I will try one.
Um, so let's see. The last ampersand is tomorrow.
Yeah, then we go back to Thursdays
We're going
next
to be
week.
back
Yeah,
on Thursdays, and
right
then
on.
on
I'll
Wednesday,
adjust my
before
calendar.
our last Thursday, is my 501 class done. Um, and then the revival doesn't have anything going on, so I will be doing my improv at the IO Jams on Saturdays,
Oh,
and that's going to be it. I might go to there's another jam. There are other jams at 6 o'clock that I might go
second.
to, but I
Is that like
think
an improv open mic where you like come and sign up, and like
yeah, and
they throw you on a team?
you get like the one okay, so the one that I go to in the afternoon, it's at 3:30 in the afternoon. You get up on the stage with everybody else who wants to participate. You do like a group game, where you kind of just play around, do like quick little scenes, and then you count off. The first group gets on. It can be three or it can be two, depending on how many people are there. Um, Group one gets up. You kind of circle up if you're in group one. If you're not, stay off the stage, buddy. You circle up. You cover who you are. You say your name, and if you have any concerns, oh my left leg is a little hurt, so please don't stand on my left leg. or whatever.
Don't do your famous
Um,
flamingo improv.
or also, hey, I'm going through a tough time right now. Let's not talk about parent death or whatever.
Right.
That sort of thing. Um, and then you do a series of scenes, and then you get off the stage, and the other group gets up, and it's a fun time. And afterwards, you overanalyze, and you're like, "Oh, I sucked. Why did I not do?"
Spend the
Or you
entire train
go,
ride home.
I'm amazing. Why is anything, all that.
Yeah.
So it's fun. It's good, and I think it'll be good enough for me
It'll
as long as
sustain you.
they. Hmm I think so.
I do not like how loud these AirPods record. I don't know if I can
Mm.
turn that down. It's
How
I'm
loud you sound to yourself, like the
no,
monitoring
I
of it,
can't. Yeah, I'm just looking
or
at the
where?
waveform. I'm looking at the waveforms, and they are top to bottom. It doesn't look like I'm peaking too much, but like, and of course,
Yeah, I
when we do the
thought
show,
that.
I feel like I should yell because I'm like, you're in Chicago, you need to hear me. But I could
Which is
probably
true.
could probably just speak in a normal like business
Ooh,
library type voice.
um, I went home on the train from a no, it wasn't from a party. Was it? No, it was from improv last
Paul
night.
Goody. I was like, Paul
The
Goody, you went to a party?
the class. I did go to a party. I went to a party, it was a pizza party.
Mm.
Uh on Saturday, I want to say. Pretty sure.
Say it was Saturday, I'll believe you.
I think it was Saturday. Went to yes, I did because I went to the improv thing, and then straight from the improv thing I went to the pizza party. And it was fun. Pizza. I met people. We played a Jackbox game that I didn't like because it was all about dating and romance, and you were supposed to like get people to go out with you. And
Wait, for real?
I ended up winning. Well, fake dating. You know, you're a monster and they're a monster of some kind, and you're supposed to get them to go out on dates with you. And all of my flirting was, I hate this game. I don't want to do this. Do you want to go
Turned
out
out to
with
be
me?
the winning maneuver.
Yeah, eventually I ended up winning, which was fun, but yeah, I didn't like the game. And yeah, I came up with an idea for I think you and I have talked about this before in the past. We're establishing provenance here. It was like the X-Files, but they were claims adjusters. Do you remember
Okay,
this?
I don't.
It was called Extraordinary Claims. And the idea was that it was just like the X-Files, but the idea was, so you and I talked about how everything involves cops. Like, it's an FBI agent or it's a cop, lawyer cop. What was it? Lawyer, doctor, lawyer cop. We had a conversation with Steven about how everything was either a doctor show, a lawyer car
Like
show, or a
on, yeah,
cop
okay,
show.
yeah.
And the idea was, okay, it's the X-Files, but instead of investigating like crimes, they're just investigating damage that people said happened to their uh their thing. So it was called Extraordinary Claims. And the concept is you're two insurance adjusters, one who believes in the supernatural, one who doesn't.
So this is
And
damage done
so
specifically by like aliens or ghosts or
right,
whatever
exactly.
supernatural
Bigfoot
things.
sat on my
Yeah.
gazebo and now I have to, or whatever. Anyway, I talked about it at the party, and then somebody was like, "Oh, we should do that." I'm like, "Yeah, no." And Jennifer's like, "You can say you're going to do it, but it will never happen." And she's right.
When you say we
That
should do that, you mean somebody was like on in our improv
somebody
show?
somebody was like, "I have a camera, we can do the thing."
Oh,
And I'm
like
like,
make it.
"Yeah." And I'm like, "Nah, that's okay." Um, which, like I said, even this, Ben, you and I just getting together talking, and then you take the footage, you put it together, you upload it, all that. Still, that's too much work for me. I'm
I
like,
I keep track of how much time I spend, and if everything goes well, it's like 10 minutes on a Sunday afternoon to put the show up.
oh, that's not as bad, but it adds up. I mean, if you put
Yeah.
those 10 minutes that you take versus how much time I've taken, you've done years worth of work. I think, wait, how many episodes do we have?
Years. Three. This is 535.
535. So 5,000 uh 5,000 episode minutes, 5,000 minutes. How many
Oh,
hours in 5,000? Uh well, it couldn't be more than 90, right? 90 would be 540. So we'll say that you spent 90 minutes doing it. That's
no, it's been more than
90
that.
90 minutes. Well, that's just an hour and a half. That can't, well, straight. It's got to be more than that. Oh, hey, I had a dream last night that
Days. Days, Paul Goody.
I was playing a very sort of simple video game. It was basically columns. You had a bar here and a bar here, and the idea would be you hit it. You can hit this bar 10 times, right? It goes up to level 10. Once you hit level 10, it'll stay at level 10 for a full second, and then it will drop down. While it's up at level 10, you hit the other button and it moves your tower or your column up 10 segments at once, right? So it means that you could keep it at one and then just keep on hitting one, or you could hit it to go to two and it could do two. And the idea is this, it's always 1 second, right? So if you go all the way up to 10, it lasts a second and then drops down to zero. But if you go up to one and wait until you've got 59 sorry, not 59. Um, what are what are seconds?
What are
Oh no.
seconds?
Wait, if it lasts a second, one, a segment of that second would be,
A nanosecond? How many nanoseconds in a full second?
is it 60 nanoseconds? No, it can't be, right?
I
I don't know.
don't
But
know.
anyway, you time it so that if you get further down than, so a second, right? You go up to 10, boom, 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 and then it
You have to
drops
hit this
down.
thing 10 times in 1 second?
Okay, so you hit this thing, right? And it stays at whatever level it is at a second. That's this side, right? So if you hit it once, it goes up to level one. It stays at level one for a second and then drops down. But if you hit it dot dot, it'll be at level two. It'll stay at level two for 1 second and then drop down. Dot dot dot, level three, etc.
So the counter, so that it starts counting once you've stopped hitting this thing.
Once you stop hitting it. So what you can do is you can
There's a
do
button.
dink jumps up one, dink jumps up two, dink jumps up three, dink jumps up four, right? And then let it go back down to three, dink, hit it again, goes up to, oh no, I'm sorry. When the time runs out, it drops all the way down, right? So what you can do is
This
you
is a
can,
game you were playing in one of your dreams.
in my dream, right? So, but it all works out. It all works out like mathematically. So what the best strategy is if you go up to level 7, right? And you hit, so while it's hovering over here at 7, you hit this button on the other side, your score jumps up to 7. Hit it again, score jumps up to 17, to 14. Hit it again, 21, goes up in multiples of 7, right? So you're hitting it,
So the
you can't
left
really,
is where you set your points, and then the right is where you log those points.
well, yes, except you're in a mirror. So it actually be the right is where you log your points, and the left is where you set your points. You're looking at me opposite. Um,
I'm you. So that's your left hand, right? So that's
this
what
is
I.
my
That's what
left
you.
hand.
That's what you've been
Yeah.
doing. So that's yeah.
Left hand is where you set how many points you get whenever you hit the button on your right.
Yes, that's what I
And
said.
you build this column until you get to 7,000. 7,000 is the limit, and then you're done with that round. So the idea is you could hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bump, 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 bump. Drop down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bump, 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 bump. Drop down. Get to 10 each time and build your column that way, right? By tens.
This is
But
a long game if you're going to 7 grand.
because you, oh yeah, it's a very long game. But here's the thing, because drop you drop all the way back down once you've been up there for a second, the fastest thing to do, because every time you hit this, you increment, right? Until you get to 10 and then you drop down. Or
After a
until the
second.
second is right. Or
What if it
however
takes
high
you
you get
longer than
after a
one
second, you
second
drop
to
down.
hit the button?
Oh, well, then you drop back down, no matter where you're
So
at. It always drops down after a second, unless
after you get the
this is the
first hit.
thing. You hit, right? It goes up. You hit again, it goes up. So the best way to score is you would go up to 7, let's say, and then hit your score, but then hit the button again before a second's up and go up to 8 and then hit. Go up to 9,
So basically,
hit.
you have
Go
to
up to
hit
10, hit.
the button to set your points as long in fewer time than 1 second, and just keep slapping the
Right.
logging button
But then when you get to 10, it's going to drop you down again. So the
automatically or
idea
after
is
a second. You can't
after
once
a
it hits
second, once you
10.
hit 10. Once you hit 10, you still get a second, but then it drops down. So the
What
idea
what if
is
you hit it again after 10 before a second elapses?
it won't nothing will happen. It'll
No,
just
but
drop,
does it
you'll drop
stay
down more.
10?
10 is the no, once you hit it at 10, once you hit 10, it'll drop down no matter what after a second.
Okay.
So that's why the key really is to get to, again, 7 is probably the best one. And then go up in that way. So then you could theoretically, depending on how many times you can hit the button in a second, you could get, you know, 21 points from the 7, you know, so 21.
Why not go to 8 or 9 if you're just hitting it arbitrarily before
Well,
10?
you could, but it just takes you, it's kind of like how many times can you hit the left versus the right? Because, oh, this is the other thing. You can't score points when you're hitting the button on this side, right?
You can't hit them simultaneously.
You can't hit them simultaneously. That's right. So, so 7, you'll still get a fair amount of points, right? So anyway, in my dream, this is the thing. In my dream, the guy who was like in charge of the game, like,
Some random carny.
was trying to get me to stop hitting. Like, he was like, you're hitting the buttons too much. I'm like, no, you have to do it this way. It's like, no, just go up to 10. I'm like, no, it's not as efficient. This is the right way to do it. And he was like holding my arms. I was very upset. Um, because I'm right. Look, this game that I made up in a dream, and the fake guy that I made to get mad at me in the dream, he's wrong about the game I made up, is what I'm saying.
Like we were learning so much about you, Paul.
Yeah. I I had a dream the night on Saturday night after I had done the um the improv at IO, the afternoon improv thing. I had a dream that I was doing improv and everybody was mad at me and didn't like what I was doing. Which is the I figured out what it was. It's the equivalent of not being able to remember your lines, but you don't have any lines to memorize, so your brain
Right.
has to do something else to make it bad.
Right.
In this case, there was a guy who was from the audience who got up and put a cup of soup on top of my head, and I said, "Okay, next time you do this, uh, look at the person that because you're no longer in the audience. Once you stepped out and put a cup of soup on someone's head, you're part of the
You're an
show.
improviser.
Um, Look at my face, and if I do something like this,
Paul is
then
shaking his
don't,
head.
yeah, I shook my head at him. Then don't put the soup on my head. And he said, "No, that's wrong, because what I did was funny and everybody liked it." And I was like, "Can you believe this guy?" And everyone was like, "No, he's right. It was really funny.
You're not yes
You
ending with this
you
guy in
shouldn't
the
be
soup
so
can,
mad."
Paul.
Exactly. So, ah, did I tell you? I told you already about seeing Cook County Social Club. Uh, Not their show, but their master class that they did about
You
improv.
may have mentioned it the other day.
They talked a little bit about improv and what they do and everything like that. And one of the things that I really liked that they talked about was the idea of yes anding someone's argument. So like if somebody starts an argument with you and you're
Like
doing
in
an
real
improv
life,
scene.
and we're not talking about in a show. We're talking about like,
No, 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 in a show. In a
okay,
show. So someone starts an argument with you in the show. And the example they gave was, "Hey buddy, I just slept with your wife," right? Yes anding them for that argument is not, "Oh, well, that's cool, man. Whatever you
right,
want to do," right?
right,
Yes,
yeah.
handing them is, "What?
Why
My
did you do
wife?
that?
You? Because they're not the offer that they're giving you, the gift, as you people sometimes call it, is not hey, let's get on the same page about you sleeping with my wife. It's I want to have a knockdown drag out fight. I'm picking something that almost everyone would fight about. Please have an argument
Right,
with me, which I thought was great because it's a subtle thing that people don't get all the time.
yeah.
You know,
Hey, I slept with your wife. No, you didn't.
do you remember? I think I've talked to you about this before. One one of the best um like improv gone wrong things besides ours, which is still the best. Um, the best improv gone wrong things is of course from 30 Rock.
Yes. I believe that is, I saw a YouTube video where they're like, this is three jokes in one.
Yeah, it's the I love them French fried potatoes. No, you don't, Oprah.
Yep.
Uh, which I still think is really funny.
Yeah, 30 Rock is a quality show. Deserves a rewatch.
Oh, I should watch. Yeah, I should watch it. I agree.
Have
Oh,
you not seen
speaking of,
all of
I
it?
should watch it. Oh, Ben, what? Wait, what did you ask me? I'm sorry. I got really excited about something.
Have you seen all of 30 Rock, or have you
No,
only
I haven't
seen
seen.
just clips of it
There.
on YouTube?
I've just seen bits of it, not on YouTube. I mean, I was on TV and I saw parts of it. Um,
The
Werewolf
parts
Bar
you've seen are
Mitzvah.
probably highlights, but it
Yeah,
actually is a really well constructed show.
boys become men, men become wolves. That is amazing. Uh, so okay. The thing I wanted to tell you, the thing I got so excited about is it's finally happened. Reno 911 is available on Amazon Prime.
I have never seen an episode.
I've been waiting for Reno 911 to come on to a streaming service for so long. It was one of my favorite shows on Comedy Central. Um, I thought it was brilliant uh,
That's
because
that
I'm a
Andy
big
Samberg one, right?
no. You are thinking of
What am I thinking
uh,
of?
the
Like
police
on
thing that he's
Andre Brower.
yeah, that's a different thing. That's not Reno 911. That's a different cop show whose name I can't remember, and I've already done
Another
my
cop show
one
that I've
lookup.
never
Yeah,
seen.
Reno 911 is the people from the state, uh, like Thomas Lennon, Kerry Kinney, uh, Cedric Yarborough,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's the
Nissim
one I'm thinking
Nash.
of.
You're thinking of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah. Oh God, Robert Ben Garrett, is that his name? I think, or visit Ben Robert. Anyway, um, they're Reno Sheriff's Department people, and it's so good. It's all improv, recorded stuff. Toby Huss is in it. every once in a while. A
Yeah,
guy named Big Mike. You got
I know
other
that
people,
guy.
but it's real good stuff, and it's also kind of mindless, even though it's
So you
intelligently
can
made.
do other things while you're watching the show.
It's also you're right. You can do other things while you're watching the show, and it's as you know, Ben. What kind of comedy do I think is missing from the modern age?
What kind of comedy
Physical
do you think
comedy,
is missing
Ben.
from the modern age?
I
Physical
feel like we
comedy.
don't have enough physical comedy. Again, who do I believe is one of the
Your
best physical
love of the
comedians?
Three Stooges is legendary.
Oh no, not the Three Stooges, Ben. No,
The four or five
brain
Stooges.
donors. Um, no, but the fact is, as you know, Josh Fadem, uh, I think one of the best physical comedians that exists right now.
No, high praise.
Um, we've got Auntie Donna does physical comedy pretty well. But Reno 911, they really, I mean, they utilize stunt people. They went above and beyond with their own bodies. It was pretty great.
It's Brooklyn
And
Nine-Nine plus Jackass.
it kind of, Ben, you're not that far off.
Is it like Super Troopers? Again, another product I've not
It was,
seen,
okay,
but
did
I
you
I
ever
saw some of it
see,
because somebody was watching it in a house I lived in once, and I walked through the living room while it was on.
did you ever see Cops?
Yes, I have seen Cops,
It is Cops, but as um, a
a
spoof.
slapstick comedy.
A slapstick comedy version of Cops. It's really good.
Speaking of physical comedy, there was a funny bit of physical comedy on a TV show I watched last night. I don't know if you watched it, but the two episodes of Widow's Bay dropped last night on Apple
Oh no, I
TV.
haven't seen them. No, I haven't. But yeah, that's a good example. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, so the last spoilers for Widow's Bay. Um, great. You know how we were talking about what's his name? Is it
Matthew Reese.
Matthew Reese? How we were talking about him being a good comedic actor
Yeah,
and not having seen him in much comedy. After I said that, I watched the again spoilers for Widow's Bay. I watched the one where he drinks the mushroom tea,
yeah.
and
Gets
that
dosed.
and and that thing where he realizes that he did it, and that guy says, "You're Wick," and he's like, "Oh no!" Like his delivery in those is amazing.
There are many, many moments in these two episodes that one of them actually I went back and I rewatched like three times. It wasn't just like funny, but it was also so good.
Oh, great, great. And these are two that I haven't seen since the last one I saw was that other one,
Correct.
right?
It's
Okay.
sort of like a two-parter, but not really. But they dropped them both last night,
Okay,
so
awesome.
you'll have something to watch tonight.
Looking forward to it. Yeah. And then yeah, so I mean that's the big yeah, I really like what they're doing. I really and again, Atlanta, so good. Widow's Bay, very much up there
Yeah,
with that. Have you seen all of Atlanta now?
yeah, yeah.
Um, the thing I was
Do I
telling I
remember
was
all of it? That's a different question.
well, yeah, of course. It's so many good episodes. The thing that I was telling people about though is that Atlanta is a great thing where you're like, well, it had to be you had to do some normal episodes first to sort of lay down the premise, and then you can do your weird episodes, right? That whole thing. And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a second, the invisible car was in the first episode, wasn't it?
I
I'm
don't
pretty
recall, Your
sure.
Honor.
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of makes sense where they had to establish that they were making not just a weird ass TV show that you can't get into. You have to establish those characters
Yes,
and let your audience like develop pair relationships with those characters before you like do all that weird stuff they do in the later seasons.
exactly.
I can't
Uh,
remember who it was. Some abstractionist painter or impressionist painter was like, before you do your weird abstract or impressionist stuff, you have to do your realism stuff to prove that you got the chops.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I'll say this. Somebody either said it about Frank Zappa or Frank Zappa said it at one point in time too. The
About
only
himself.
reason Frank Zappa could get away with everything and people still liked it is that he was able to do, he was a classically trained musician that
Yeah.
then went and did like freaky stuff.
Yeah.
As opposed to Captain Beefheart, my understanding about that is that he he surrounded himself with musicians and he would play stuff that wasn't technically correctly musical, but they were so talented that they were able to make what he wanted
Yeah.
out of it.
Actually,
There's
I mean, I always liked the Beastie Boys, but I developed a
yeah,
better respect for them when I saw them on Letterman, and they played everything live. They played Sabotage live on
yeah.
Letterman, and I'm like, okay, these guys actually know, they're not just white boy rappers rapping over a click track that some producer puts the music later.
I mean, that was the whole thing with the monkeys too, right? The idea was that
Well, they started that way. They started as
they had studio musicians and then
yeah.
they learned their own stuff. And you, I mean, we
Well,
see that also.
Peter and Mike were already musicians.
We've got that thing where Mike Dowdy and some of his earlier soul coughing stuff. He's singing, and other people are playing stuff and everything like that. And then he really took a long period of time to brand himself, but to make himself, you know what I mean? As a solo, just him and a guitar, and he's playing and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like I know that it is weird sometimes when you see a band where you've got the lead singer, right? And now they've got a guitar. And they didn't have a guitar before, but now they have a guitar and you play it, and you're like, okay, you took time to learn to play the guitar or whatever. So I find that interesting. Also, that I mean, Eddie Vedder, right? Playing his album of him playing what is it, ukulele maybe
I
or guitar? Anyway,
I don't know. I know like I don't know enough about Pearl Jam to know if Eddie like knew how to play guitar before joining Pearl Jam or if that was just a skill he developed along the way.
yeah.
Along,
I mean, and
along with the friends.
it is also that one thing where, well, maybe it was I mean, you're famously the Beatles guy. Ringo wasn't even the best drummer in the band. Did someone say that for real, or is that
That is a real quote. I believe it's attributed to John. Some
so?
reporter asked him if
Maybe,
Ringo was the best drummer in the world, and he's like, he's not even best drummer in the Beatles.
yeah.
But like, I think it was in jest. Everybody had their moments, but I think he was just being funny.
He plays on the Liam Lynch album, Fake Songs. I think Ringo does. Pretty
Yeah,
interesting. Anyway, but peace and love, peace and love. Don't send me any fan mail. The main thing is that I feel like there are some bands where the lead singer is the lead singer because they're the best singer in the band, basically. Um, oh, speaking about bands, do you know who I think is a good band?
who
And
do you
I'm
think
saying
is a
it
good
like
band?
I'm the one who's coming up with it,
You're
but it's already
discovering
established.
them.
The Wombats. Are you familiar with the Wombats?
I am not.
The Wombats are really good. They have a lot of Jennifer and I kept on hearing them in the car, and eventually we got the album. uh, that they were playing a lot of tracks off of this one radio station, and it's still one of my favorite things. I think it's called something 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 the world or whatever. Sorry. Uh,
A
there's an
proper
album
fan, I can
called. I
see.
mean, there's a track called "This Car Drives All by Itself," and there are a bunch of other songs, and they're all good. Wombats, great band,
All
but
right.
your entry to them, if you so choose, there's a clip of them on YouTube doing a version of um, "Running Up That Hill,"
Yeah.
and in it, it's a great example of like it's a band where you've got the lead singer and the lead singer is really good, but there are other people who are in the band who are also singing and their voices are also good. And I think about that with like, okay, so the Half Brothers, right? They're kind of an ensemble, right? But Rick is a really good singer, and yet also the other guys are really good singers. So
Yeah.
it's not like, you kind of need that, and that was a thing for quite some time. And then for a little while, when we were growing up in the 90s, 80s, 90s, um, you had the thing where, and I don't know if it was from the Beatles or what, but there was this template where you had the lead singer, the guitarist, the bass player, and the drummer. And sometimes you had people like kind of mix up. Uh, like the lead singer was also the lead guitarist, whatever, but you had those basic roles that were fulfilled in a band,
Yeah.
like a four-piece kind of thing. And then you had some things like Primus. Primus, it was surprising or weird that Les Claypool was also the lead singer and the bass player.
Probably why Primus and Morphine are two of my favorite 90s alternative bands because
Yeah.
Mark Salmon was also the bass player.
We were talking about oh, and also both he and Les Claypool played their basses weird.
Yeah.
Two totally different techniques. Two really different techniques, but
I don't think either one could play the other's instrument.
nope. Well, okay. I think Les Claypool could, in fact,
He could probably
give him,
make
give
he
him,
can
give
make
him
no sound,
5
yeah.
minutes. I have a very high degree of respect for the musical artistry of Les Claypool. I'm sure that he could have figured it out for sure. Um, but the one thing that I would say uh, in relation to that is Jennifer and I talked about bands that we grew up with or grew up around, whatever, that we've seen recently where the artists are the same age as us. And this is a statement that I made, not one that she made. I'm like, I see them and I'm like, wait, no, you're too old. You can't be this old. I'm this old, and that's fine. I've gotten used to me being this old, but you can't be this old. One of it was Cake. I saw Cake play something recently.
Really?
And the Toadies. Do you remember the Toadies?
Yeah, I do.
Looking at someone who looks like one of your friend's dads, and then you realize, oh my God, I'm as old as one of my friend's dads. Doing the "Do You Want to Die" portion of it is just
Yeah. Do
weird.
you wanna die?
But then I remember the old thing of watching
Possum
a clip of Nine
Kingdom?
Inch Nails, Possum Kingdom. Yep,
Yeah.
an old clip of Nine Inch Nails, or not an old clip. Oh no, it was an old clip though. An older clip of Nine Inch Nails playing and going, "Where's Trent Reznor? All I can see is this kind of chunky keyboard player." And oh wait,
I think the opposite is true for Weird Al Yankovic, who he looked the same from when he hit the scene to his album. I think it was Running with Scissors, where he like got LASIK, so he lost the glasses and grew his hair out, and then he
yeah.
has looked the same from that point forward.
Well, yeah, he actually got younger when he shaved his mustache off.
Yeah. He
That
also
one
lost the
time.
mustache.
So yeah, pretty interesting. Uh, Weird Al vampire confirmed. Um,
Just goes to show that if you lead a clean life with no anger or evilness, you'll be young forever.
I um I like my haircut.
He says,
I'm
changing the
I'm
subject.
I'm saying, well, no, it's part of it. I'm saying it because a lot of my haircut uh is my new haircut. A lot of it is centered around what I think a lot of male hairstyles are centered around, which is trying to feel like you haven't gotten very old. Um, so
Holding on to your
I had the
youth as
big
long as possible.
friendly mutton chops
Yes.
for a while. And that came about because I was shaving off the white part of my chin, and then that was the hair that was
Don't
left
touch your
pretty much.
ear. Don't touch your ear.
And then I've got this sort of weird sort of bald spot right here. And so I was like, okay, I could try to figure out something to do with that, but or I could just grow this hair out right here and then shave the rest of my head. And
And now I'm
I
a
kept on
punk from the
making
80s.
I kept on making jokes about it, and then I was like, well, wait a second, this actually works. And so that's what I've been doing. And this is I know this sounds silly, but um you know how I've been talking about physical comedy. I have a shirt with all the members of Auntie Donna on it,
Yeah.
right? And it's like they're all different guys, right? They don't look the same.
They all have a look.
And so I was thinking about the Marx Brothers, and if I grow my hair out, it's sort of Harpo. If I cut it short, it's whatever. But if I've got this 5 o'clock shadow and then my head shaved and then hair here, that's nobody. That's nobody else in the comedy canon. That's like mine. I have that. I'm not somebody else at that point. I'm just Paul Goody. And so that's why I'm
Or
like, maybe this is my haircut.
Charlie Brown hasn't put down his hair yet.
Charlie Brown has less hair though.
He,
That's the
but
other thing.
he's got the hair on the front, and it's just on the front. Like if
Yeah,
yours wasn't sticking straight up.
if mine wasn't sticking straight up, what? Then it wouldn't be Charlie Brown, or
No, if it
then
would
it
be
would be Charlie
if you
Brown.
put it down, styled it in a circle.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm doing. Haha. I
I
get it.
took the light rail to the east side just sort of as a as public transit tourism with a couple other people.
Hmm.
And on the train, when we were getting off the train, this woman with this dog mentioned that one of the people I was with reminded her of like her friend. Like her hair looked the same, had the same like face shape or whatever. And then she looked at me and she's like, and her husband looks just like you, just some random white guy.
Oh,
And I'm like, all right, cool. That's my I'd rather be that, and just disappear into the crowd.
who did
I
you
get away
take
with a
p
lot of stuff.
who did you take piano lessons from?
I took piano lessons from Valerie Mosley.
Valerie Mosley has a 20 years younger doppelganger that is in one of our classes.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, Jennifer remarked. I thought it, and then Jennifer remarked on it. I'm like, okay, yeah, so I'm not crazy. It's really interesting. Um, so yeah, crazy. Uh,
I don't know if you can hear that.
you,
They're doing a lot of construction outside, and it's the kind of construction where they pound stuff into the ground, which makes the building
mm,
shake.
uh, so you're familiar with Jimmy Carr, right? The comedian.
I am.
Uh, I was looking at him the other day, because he was on. He's the host of Last One Laughing, which I really like.
He does a lot of
Uh,
British panel shows.
um, I feel like someone should bite the bullet and do an Alvin and the Chipmunks movie with him as David Seville. Do you remember David Seville?
Was he just the adult?
He's the adult dude from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah. The guy
Uh,
who screamed Alvin.
yeah, because I just think it would be, but have him be as dirty and offensive as he already is, and I think it would work.
Jimmy
Probably
Carr's one
not
of those who doesn't
for
look like
kids
he's
though.
much older than, because like if you watch him on a panel show from like 20 years ago, he looks almost basically the same, but he has admitted to having work done.
I mean, yeah, he makes jokes about it that
Yeah.
and his hair is obviously
Oh,
manufactured.
something that he puts on in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, wow. I just remembered there was a dream again, a
No
dream
more, no more.
that I had of somebody wearing someone else's toupee as a joke. But maybe it wasn't a dream. Maybe it was a
How not to make friends at
did I
parties.
did I did I see it on something? It was a
A telly.
oh my God, it was on the television. Someone came out wearing someone else's toupee. Was it a dream I had, or was it a TV show that I saw?
Can't
Oh,
help you
Ben,
there,
I don't
mate.
know. I'm
It
you're
wasn't.
seeing.
It wasn't in the last show, which I recently watched, which was season one of Dark, the
Yeah,
German time shifting, time travel
Dark
mystery
is so
show.
good.
Two more seasons I have yet to watch, but I'm gonna give it a
Yeah, yeah,
rest
yeah.
first.
And they I think they do a pretty good job.
It did take me a long time to figure out who everybody was and their relationships to one another.
Yeah, but when you do, sometimes it's like, oh no,
Oh, that guy.
I can't believe you're that guy. Um, and I'm just thinking about your how many other things you have. Oh yeah, interesting, right? After watching Dark Bodies, the oh yeah, this guy's this
Yeah.
guy and this guy. It's
You
the
know,
you have
it's it's funny. There's a musical cue in Dark that it sounds so familiar, and I've watched a number of like time travel, time shifting shows recently.
mhm.
That I'm wondering if this is the same, if like some Netflix time show that I watched uses the same orchestral cue that was composed for Dark, or maybe the other way around.
You know that sound in Lost. You
I
know the
never
sound
watched
that I'm talking
Lost.
about?
No.
Oh, Ben, there's a sound in Lost too. It's sort of a rushing, getting louder. And I finally figured out what it was. It's the sound that your ears make when you get out of water and the water clears out from your ears and you can hear again.
Mm.
It's pretty cool
It's
that
been a minute
they.
since I've been either in a pool or body of water or in a bathtub. So, but this no, this cue from Dark was like a, but better, and
Yeah,
it is going to drive me crazy because I'm not going to rewatch all the other shows I've already seen that have that
yeah.
cue. But I'm
I
like,
bet
it
you
sounds exactly the same.
you're gonna run into something like that, I'm sure.
I'll be watching season
Um,
two of Dark in about a month, and I'll hear that cue, and be like, where? Oh, where's that from?
I
Season
wonder
one.
what happened to my. I had a thing of water and I don't know what happened to it. I've
Uh
been
oh.
um I've been drinking powdered energy drinks rather than energy drinks because the amount of
Pre-mixed.
money spent on cans just seemed a little crazy to me. So, I've got the goof juice, which I tried,
Right.
uh, and that worked out. Zip Fizz is another one that I tried that's pretty good. And now there's another one which is Cajun, but with a K, tea. but it's not really tea. It's like a drink powder. Um, and it's pretty good too. But I just now have this 32 ounce or however much water bottle that
Yeah.
I put the powder in the morning and I drink it and then I just drink it slowly throughout the day so that by the time it gets to be about 2, I'm no longer drinking my caffeinated drink because it's just water. And it seems to be working out pretty well.
The only energy drink I drink is coffee. There was some
Coffee, the original energy drink.
there was a video I saw on YouTube where this creator was talking about how black coffee has become sort of like a calling card of conservative comedy where
Really?
yeah, where like the couple examples that he gave were these like editorial cartoons where some military the guy dressed in military is at a coffee shop and he's like black coffee and the hippie behind the counter who's like got crazy hair and piercings everywhere lists off all these different types of coffees that aren't black coffee. And
Uh-huh.
so it's yeah, I mean I'll have to pull it up and talk about it more thoroughly next time, but yeah, it was just it's there for some reason,
I mean,
conservatives
that's
like using black coffee as a this is standard, true, real American coffee. None of this latte, no foam,
I
single
will say
roast.
that that's kind of old hat even, right?
I mean, I remember Dennis Leary having a routine about this like 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I want
I mean,
coffee
that's
flavored
part of it.
coffee. I felt a
Jennifer
little
Jennifer
called
and
out
I,
though because I do like black coffee over all the other drinks.
yeah, that is one problem when all of a sudden you're like you're the guy that people like if you suddenly grow out a beard and then a whole bunch of jerks had beards and you're like, "Oh, now people will think that I'm a jerk because I have a beard or whatever." Um the big thing I will say is this. Every time Dennis Leary's name gets brought up, I always mention this. We talk about the whole not there are no funny right wing people thing,
Yeah.
uh, and how's it? And then of course, we had to take it back because we're like, one of the guys that one of the people who made a routine that we said is one of the funniest routines on television was in January 6th.
Was a MAGA
Now,
guy, yeah.
now he may not be funny anymore. You never know. That might have stopped it, but
Well, yeah, who knows?
but there is a clip on YouTube also where this guy tries to go up and slap or punch this other guy, and the guy standing next to him slaps his hand out of the way and goes when he tries to do it. So
Okay.
that guy's pretty funny too. The look that he gives and how he. So who knows? But here's the point. Um, Dennis Leary did a thing. I've mentioned this a couple of times when I was at the University of Missouri Columbia, where he made a joke about the running mate of Ross Perot,
Pro.
um, Strom
Captain,
Thurmond. No,
Colonel,
not Strom
Colonel,
Thurmond.
no,
Admiral.
Admiral.
Uh,
Yeah, he was a military guy.
Not
I'm
Strom Thurmond. I wish I could remember,
Rose mate.
but he made a
Stockdale.
Stockdale. That's right. He mentioned Stockdale not being able to hear during one of the debates, which
Who
is
am I?
easy
Why am I
pickings,
here?
and
Yeah.
everybody laughed. And then he went down about Stockdale and who he was and why he couldn't hear and like all this stuff, and basically said the problem is that people don't know anything anymore. They just know they're supposed to laugh, and so they laugh. They don't even know why they're laughing. It was a takedown of all of us there in that auditorium, but I thought it was
Did
really
that win
good.
you over to Dennis Leary's comedy?
well, the thing is that I did really like it. I didn't think it was funny necessarily, but I liked it. And so when he became like this sort of right-wing darling kind of thing, the point that I had, and I still actually think this about several different like when people get into, and they're the right-wing comics now, there are times when there was something kids in the hall made fun of a little bit, which was that there was a forgiveness, especially in the 90s, of gay cinema. Like you could be really, really bad as far as production value goes, even acting, whatever, and still be forgiven and accepted because you're part of the group,
Yeah.
right? I think, and like Christian rock is kind of the same way. And I think conservative comedies are the same way. As long as you're like a member of the tribe, as long as you're trying, as long as you're doing stuff, you can get accepted even though you're kind of mediocre, right?
Sure.
And then there are people like Dennis Leary, who is a thinking guy. I mean, he is kind of a smart guy, right? But he didn't care what people thought, to a degree that eventually he got the audience that he got because they were the only people who could stand what he was doing in that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I'm not the kind of person who can stand what he's doing. I actually have a Dennis Leary album in my iTunes, and every once in a while, when a track gets brought up on when it's on shuffle, I have to skip it because it's not his comedy, it's his presentation that grates on me.
Oh
Especially
wow, yeah. I mean
especially
that could
back in the day, right? Back in the No
da
Cure for
da.
I mean it's the persona that made him famous on these MTV bumpers,
Yeah.
right?
Um, Blues Traveler. Oh, here's something.
They
So
were a
the Blues
band.
Traveler, their politics, never necessarily great.
Did not know about their
Oh,
politics.
there's a song called, I think it's 10 years later, it might be 10 years after, is the band. It's I'd like to change the world, but I don't know what to do, so I'll leave it up to you. Uh,
Haven't heard it.
tax the rich, feed the poor till there ain't no rich no more. Like it's all this, like they're a
Okay.
British band, and it's conservative. It's conservative stuff, and it got like it became this hippie counterculture song. It's just really interesting. So like the hook, right? The hook by Blues Travelers. Hey, you guys are all, it's, and they're not like right wing like fascist guys. They're right wing like libertarian guys in it. Maybe not even right wing, whatever. But it's, hey, you're stupid. You like this song and you're stupid. Hey, this song is about how you're stupid and yet you still like it
Yeah.
because you're stupid. It's and so I still like them musically, and I was
I think I
listening
may know the
to
one song.
they have the hook. They have the song Hook. They also have Runaround.
Run
I was
Around
in
is
the
the one
car
that
with
I know.
Jennifer. Runaround came on, and Jennifer said, "Why do people hate the Spin Doctors?" I was like, "They are. This isn't the Spin Doctors." And she's like, "No, but people were complaining that they weren't Blues Traveler." And I'm like, "Who complained that the Spin Doctors weren't Blues Traveler?" And she said, at least two different people that she knew made some statement of, the Spin Doctors are never going to be Blues Traveler, no matter how much they want to be or whatever. And
Okay.
I don't think they did. I do like finding out who people are who say that. When somebody says, "Oh, this person hated this thing," I'm like, "Who is it?" And they're like, "Oh, nobody you know." That's sad. When it's somebody that I know, I love finding out about it. but it was nobody that I knew.
So you can try to
That
prove
was
them wrong about why they hate something.
no, so I can change my opinion about them based on what their take on something is. I can't believe that you thought the Spin Doctors were trying to be Blues Traveler. Of
Everybody's got to
all
have
the
a take.
things. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, Ben,
I used to love the spin
speaking of
doctors.
5 minutes over, would
Oh
you
my
believe it?
goodness. Thank you for staying with
Bonus
us.
content for people.
Networks down the line, we owe you a station break.
Yes. And until then, keep it wrong.
Keep it wrong, Paul.
How's it
Talk to you next
happening?
week on Thursday.
Talk to you next week on Thursday. Back to normal. See ya,
Back to reality.
buddy.